preference how to select VODs in like what games to review? Just once.
I'd say like as a baseline, the best VODs to pick are the ones where you didn't place very well or you placed worse than you thought you would and you don't understand why.
Okay, yeah. Then the second one will be a good one.
Cool.
Essentially, what I did is pick the ones where I didn't go first or eighth today.
Yep.
So where something happened. Yeah, so.
Yasuo Varus.
To my shame, this is roughly Masters Elo, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, can you skip to 4-2 real quick?
Yes. To what?
4-2. Skip to 4-2. I wanna see the state of the game on 4-2.
Okay.
I'm playing Narprint. Yeah. Risky moves.
Narprint.
Spot looks pretty good. You don't have core key. Oh, interesting. Okay. So what do you do from here?
From here?
Yeah.
I can tell you what I did is I looked for 7. I took a Nico from the encounter and looked for Corki next turn. And played Na 3.
Do you think about rolling for it this turn?
Yes, I am. I can't. Maybe I am also looking this turn.
Oh, you do look this turn. Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
Oh, that does it.
That works. Yeah, I would have been surprised had I not.
Yo, Corki over Veigar. Do you find it?
Oh, I hope so.
Do you skip any mechs on this roll down?
Oh, I cannot tell you. This is a couple hours ago. I played
fair enough.
A few games since then.
Would you skip any mechs on this roll down?
Yeah, this is my first time playing Na. I know he's supposed to be on the board, right? He's my planner, so I likely did not skip.
Yeah, well, the best board you can play on 7 meeple. I mean, Jin might be worth playing actually, but typically you play the mech for Voyager because Voyager is a very good trait.
Yeah, even with the sniper.
Yeah. Okay, pause. Okay, this is actually an easy choice. What do you think? Yeah, okay, never mind. This is good. We do want to take the Gnar. The Gnar, getting to the Gnar is really OP, I'll say.
Yeah.
Do you know what you're supposed to get to after? Oh, okay, yeah. Looks like you have the right board planner. This is good.
Yeah. I hope if TFT Academy has the right board, I have an idea of the right board.
It's good. Alright, we're chilling.
Yeah.
We can skip to like 5-2 because I think I know what you're gonna do every turn from here.
Yeah.
What do you take off the chart? Let's take a look. Are these items good? These are good items. These are good.
Okay. Should we take a look anyway to see if I skipped anything? Okay, I opened here. I want 3 components.
This is perfect. I know this is good.
This is too easy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's not very much to see this game unless you like blunder how you make your board.
Okay.
Yeah, this is correct.
Is it.
Yeah. Do you roll here? Oh, you should probably roll here.
I did not.
Oh, okay. What are you saving your gold for? Nothing, right? There's nothing to save your gold for.
Is it? Yeah. Am I hitting a Jin 2? Sometimes?
You can. Yeah. Sometimes you can. Jin 2, Meepsy 2, Karma 2, Bard 2, right? Like there's like a lot of stuff you can hit.
Yeah. Usually I overroll. This is the board I end
Ross
with.
2. Yeah, this is a good board.
Okay. Yeah, then maybe let's look at the second game.
Yeah, second game's good.
Do you see the do you see me switching the tab or
yeah?
This okay. This is like a very high roll opening and
all right, skip to 4-2.
4-2. Okay, yeah. I mean, I think I'm supposed to go first when I look at 4-2. I'm steamroll.
Yeah,
late
I'd
game
be
scaling.
inclined to agree. Yeah.
Yeah. So I do not.
Wait, stop. All right, number one. Are you hesitant to make the blue buff here?
Yes.
Why?
I am hesitant with the blue fair. I have the Nova Fast 9 Planet. And I'm not aware of any unit that
Blitzcrank
is good with Blitzcrank is good with blue buff. Okay.
Yeah, he's great with blue buff. You have the Rabadons already,
Okay.
so like the TG is not going to be going on him.
Mm-hmm. That's fair enough. I didn't.
You lose this round?
Yeah.
Oh no, you win.
I win this round. Yeah, I lose.
Yeah, you should be happy to make the blue buff here. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is kind of
just roll them all.
Interesting. Okay, I ended up picking this one.
Oh no! Stop for a second. Stop.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you think I'm gonna tell you?
I mean, I would predict you would want me to take the money then.
Correct. That's correct. Why?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, usually an eco augment for 2 is very good when you're
it's broken.
round.
You have enough items.
It's broken.
Yeah, you just have enough items, and then econ 4-2 is just it buys you a lot of good stuff. That's all there really is to it.
Okay. Fair enough. Maybe that was the problem. That's like yeah. Basically pre-level to 9 here.
This is also wrong. Are you contested?
Yeah, I think there's one other fast 9 player. You mean I should just select the stage?
Yeah, you should do it on 4-7. I'm pretty sure, unless if you show me the fucking best APM of like most players in the game, you're not gonna be able to win the 4-5 round either because there's not enough time.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you're right about that.
I mean, like I promise you, I can't win the 4-5 here.
Okay.
Where did your glove go? You made a Hodge? Oh yeah, you're like. Yeah. You're kind of gradually decreasing your item quality here. I think up until 4-1 everything was good, and then we did a combination of weakening our item quality, and then we weakened our board, I think.
Okay.
Which is bad.
That sounds pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So maybe this is already the learning out of that game.
Yeah, just like if you're gonna like you have way too much health to not try to greet it. In fact, like you should probably have been. Did you have access to Timebreaker? I want even more gold. You know what I mean? Like I can get some more gold. I want to take some more gold. It's like this like incremental rolling thing. Like that's what you're kind of doing, right? Like oh, I'm gonna roll a bit. Maybe I can get something out of it. It looks like you might actually get it here, but this is out of it. No, you don't. All right.
Close.
So let me tell you a story about the game, right?
Okay.
Basically, the story is you can imagine yourself as like a little dot on like a line graph, and over time, you should gradually get stronger and stronger, right? That's what should happen. However, everyone else is also playing a dot on a line graph, right? Meaning that they're also getting progressively stronger and stronger, right? And the typical thing you want to do is like if everyone's like progressively making themselves stronger, if you're behind your opponents in strength, you really do not want to roll to be just behind them. That would be really bad. Like you want to be like you want to roll enough such that you like clearly get ahead of them and then try to stay ahead of them for at least an extended period of time. So the thing is, the way that you like pull ahead in strength is by spending gold, right? And you can't spend just a little bit of gold and hope to get and hope to clearly pass your opponent in strength. Usually you have to spend a lot of gold, and you will, and so rolling a little bit very often does not accomplish very much. It's very rare that it accomplishes anything that's like super productive towards your game. So for example, what I'll say here is like, if we like pause for a second and do some analysis, right? I'm going to point out the problems in our position right now. Number one, that round was a very close round, right? If we had Vex 2 or Fiora 2, we would probably have won that round, right? And by leveling early, oh god, it's more than, okay, so normally if you 4-5 it versus 4-7 it, you lose 13 gold. You lose 4 gold of experience, and you lose 10 gold of interest, or yeah, 10 not, yeah, you lose, wait, yeah.
Once.
Yeah, 10 gold of interest if you for like not making 50 twice, right? Additionally, in this case, you didn't roll down to 0, but that just means we leveled and didn't buy any wins, right? Like the thing that you want to visualize is that if you level early, what you're saying is, I care a lot about winning the rounds I'm leveling early on. Because otherwise, after you reach the point that you otherwise would have leveled, so after you level and roll on 4-5 and then get to 4-7, your advantage is done. That's it, right? Because by 4-7, if you didn't roll, your 4-7 spot in the alternative universe is stronger because you have more money, right?
Right.
So the problem with our position is that now, because we leveled early, we're down something between like 6 and 10 gold, and it's actually more because you have late game scaling. It's 4 more, right? Because those 2 turns you would have got 4 plus 4 XP, right? So now we're like 15 gold behind where we would be in the alternative universe. And that's a pretty big problem. And the reason it's a pretty big problem is because 14 gold is like 2 or 3 turns of your natural income. It's a little bit faster with Thresh, but let's put the Thresh aside for now. It's like every turn you only get about 5 gold, right? So if you're 15 gold behind, if on 5-5 you would get the Vex 2, if you didn't level, you would get it on 5-1. That's how valuable that 15 gold is when it really comes down to your last droplets of gold. Your income starts becoming really slow after, and every round starts to matter, and being strong every round and being able to hit your whole board is what you want to try to prioritize. So, what do you do with this information? With this information, the other story I'll tell you is that, or like image I'll tell you is, go back to 4-5.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at our 4-5 position, right? How many lives do you have, would you say?
6?
6, 7, something around that, right?
7.
You have 7 lives, right?
7 is fair.
So
7,
your job so what determines how high you place in the lobby? Other than winning the game, it's how long you live, right? And you have, but it's like, if you have 7 lives, TFT is an optimization game, and this is like a fun place to optimize, which is you need to figure out how to make those 7 lives stretch the longest period of time, right? Because the longer you can stretch the lives, the higher you'll place, because the longer you'll live, right? And in this situation, you have 7 lives, and you have a choice. You can try to protect those 7 lives with 40 gold on 9 right now, or you can sacrifice 2 of those lives to try to protect them with like almost 60 gold on level 9 on 4-7, right? And the right decision is the one that is able to protect them for longer, right? And the thing to keep in mind, or as like the like factor that kind of determines how this all goes, is your percentage round win rate, right? So here, if you roll down right now, I would say your percentage round win rate for the rest of the game is probably something like 50%, maybe 55, right? But if you wait 2 rounds, you'll be down 2 lives. But with the 5 lives, with those 5 lives, you should be able to have a higher percentage round win rate because your board's going to be stronger because you have more gold, right? And in that case, I would say that like your percentage round win rate probably can go up to like 80%. And once it's up to 80%, you're in the rounds of like winning the game already, or having the strongest board in the lobby approximately, or whatever. Like those 5 lives go a lot longer, right? Like they're not actually going to last 25 more rounds. Either you're stronger or weaker than the last guy or not. And I think your lives here probably don't last, even in this situation, you probably don't last 14 more rounds. That's probably a little bit of our numbers are probably a little bit off, but the idea is still there. It's how are we going to best protect the number of lives that we have left? And here's what I'll say. That gold that you could be greeting, in a lot of cases, both going to level 9 and going to level 8, if you have any more than 3 lives after sacking, it's usually worth it to try to sack, because then that means that like usually the gold is able to make up for the amount of lives that you lose. Does that make sense? Like if it flips 2 matchups, now you're just truly ahead, right? Because now you're ahead in gold and you're at the very least even in health, right? So I guess the question really is like, can delaying your roll down flip 2 matchups? And I think in Fast 9, it is very, very often that they can. It's really, really common. And in Fast 8, that can be true as well. That it can flip 2 fights and then you'll just be truly ahead in gold. So if you're ever in situations like these where you're sitting on like, it's like I see this mistake all the time. It's like if you have anything more than 5 lives, you should heavily consider sacking 2 rounds, especially for Fast 9, but also for Fast 8 as well. Does that make sense?
As long as I can win more than 80%.
It's like as long as you'll make it back, right? As long as you'll make the lives back, it's worth it. And being able to get like 13 to 15 to 17 more gold because you delay is very, 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 very useful.
Right. So just thinking about the amount of gold is a distraction that I bait myself into.
You're like super like the question. Like here's the thing, right? I've actually wanted to tell some people this for a while, but I haven't gotten the chance to. So you'll be the first. It's people. Their method of thinking if they should level rule here is super off, and the reason why it's super off is that like the very simple thing to do is to have a check mark and see if like, oh, do I reach the amount of gold to reach the check mark, right? And like, oh yeah, 40 gold, good enough, right? But that's like, what are we comparing the decision to, right? People don't even think about what the alternative play is, and in these cases, you should, right? Because that's what like whenever there's a decision, there's an alternative decision you can make, right? Otherwise, we're not making a decision, right? If they're like, oh yeah, do we do it or not? Not really. We're not. What people don't do is they're not comparative. They don't compare what like leveling this turn to what the alternative play is. And the moment you compare it, that's when you start making like the good decisions in the late game, because you're realizing that like even though because all you're really doing is you're looking at the spot and being like, is my spot okay, right? What you're really doing is you're like doing like a benchmark for like, oh yeah, if I have this amount of gold, does my spot reach a certain AVP? You know what I mean? It's like if you have 40 gold on 4 or 5 on 9, yeah, the AVP is pretty good, right? Like the AVP, it's not bad. Your AVP should be pretty good here, right? But that doesn't mean that this is the correct decision, because it could very easily be worse than the alternative thing you can do, right? Like here, this spot, I'd say like this probably averages like 3 point something, right? But if you do the alternative play, you can average almost a 2, because that play has that much advantage over this one, right?
Yeah.
So what you really should be doing in these late game situations is you should instead of being like like any of the time, do I have enough gold to level roll here? You ask yourself, is it better to level roll now or is it better to delay? And better to level roll now comes down to it's kind of like a table. So like it's a table between HP and gold. If you're on 1 life, it doesn't matter. You're gonna level roll, right? It like you have to, right? You don't have a choice, right? But the moment you get down to like 2 lives, or even the moment you have 2 lives, you start having a real choice. I'd say actually, because there are some situations where if you level roll now on 2 lives, you're still guaranteed dead because you don't have enough gold. You just won't have enough gold. You will for sure die, right? But if you wait 1, you can get a little, you can get 9 extra gold if you're off interval, right? And then maybe the 9 gold is just enough to keep you alive the whole time, right? That like I think that's a real consideration that pros have to make. And anything more than that, it starts becoming like more and more comfortable to delay. And I'd say that like at any more than 5 lives, assuming you can get the turn done in 1 turn, which is not always true, but assuming you can, which in this case you can because the turn you would roll is on 4-7, you should basically always delay if you're on 5+. If you're on 7 or more lives, it's probably if you're on 5 or more lives, you should basically always delay, no matter what. Does that make sense? And like,
that makes sense.
Even if you're kind of contested, like, it's like if you're contested, they're not gonna hit everything, and there's like 9 copies in the pool, but it can get hard if there's like more people holding stuff. The contest kind of makes the calculation a bit more difficult, but as a default, if you're not super contested, you should always delay in this spot.
Yeah.
Just because of like how valuable, because like gold isn't equally valuable in all positions, right? If you're level 6 pushing upwards, or like if you're like stuck on 8, the gold doesn't do very much, right? Especially if you don't reach the threshold where you can level to 9. The gold is just fucking useless, right? But if you're on 9, hunting for a good level 9 board, there is like literally 130 useful gold that you can pour into making your board better, right? And getting 20 more gold and accelerating your board development by 20 gold is always going to result in significant returns on your health and your final placement in the game, I'd say.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool. Do you have any other Fast 9 spots? Yeah.
This spot, you do value the Shen Fiora upgrade, even though they have 0 items.
Well, right now your Graves isn't very strong. So because your Graves isn't very strong, the usual pipeline that you do is you 3-item Fiora 2, and then once your Graves gets laser, you move the items onto the Graves.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so the Fiora technically can have 3 items. That makes sense.
Yeah. Fiora can have 3 items, Vex can have 3 items, Blitz has 3 items, right? Like you're already 10 gold, you're 10 XP pumped into this level somehow.
Yeah, I mean, it's when I evaluate this board, for me it's mostly like, okay, the Vex I like to upgrade, the other ones.
Yeah, even in this spot you have 5 lives. If you ended up in like I've seen it before. If you ended up in like a healthy-ish spot, here, like, and you were sitting on if you were like level 850 gold here, and your board was like your old board, you would sack 2 and level on 5-5 probably with 3 lives left is what you would do. It's like it's all similar. Yeah.
Okay. And then probably skip Graves.
No, you would keep the Graves on the board. The Grave still gets laser by 6-3, and like that's kind of how you win the game. You win the game by getting to laser, but you would heavily. What's up?
If I leveled 5-5.
Oh, if you level 5-5, there's not very many other better things you can play. You can go like the tank Graves is okay, and then keep items on Fiora because you won't get to ballistics. I think ballistics takes like 8 rounds to get to. I think. Is it 8? It's 1, 2, 3. Assault, buckshot, laser. It's 3. It's 7.
7. Yeah. So how much value is that? Getting him for 5?
Oh,
5-1.
Not that much, honestly, because you're expected to be stable until then, right? You just have to be like alive when you get to the laser graves. That's all you gotta be. What do you end up placing here?
Right. Fourth.
Fourth. Okay, yeah. What did you lose to?
Which is okay. I mean,
Corki 3. Okay, well that
5.
I mean, the thing is, if you're ahead on gold, you can also play to deny the Corki 3, right? Like, you're more capable of doing that.
Yeah. I also noticed that too late. Yeah, I was mainly wondering.
Do you beat everyone else in this position?
In this position, it's 6-1.
Yeah, like would you have beaten this guy if he didn't have Corki 3?
I would hope so.
You might not. His board is really good, even without the Corki 3.
Yeah. That's why I was curious about this one, because I thought, at least here where I ended up, I thought I was pretty strong.
Yeah, you're pretty strong, but like this guy is stronger than you, right? Which is possible, right? There can always be someone stronger than you. And so if you better protected your life, what was your record on stage 5?
Yeah, this 2 rounds.
You lost both?
5-3.
You lost 3 or 2?
I lost 2.
Yeah, basically, if you won those 2 rounds, if you won 5-2, 5-3, you're in a much better spot, I'd say, right?
Yeah. And I lost against the Naga without. Okay, I lost without Corki 3. I also lost against him. With Vex 1.
Yeah, and it's a difference of having Vex 2. And I don't know if you hit the Vex 2 next turn, you would have gotten there. Yeah.
I had it very late, but yeah. Okay, I must also have lost this round, actually. Yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't be 1 life. Yeah, so I lost 3 out of 5.
I think if you had items on Fury, you'd probably win that one.
This one?
I think so.
With, like, the Graves items?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
How many stacks do you have Buckshot? Can I watch the fight?
Because this fight, right? Yeah.
Did you skip a tank item to take this Striker's Flail? Oh, you took QSS.
Yeah, I took
QSS.
QSS.
You probably want to take a tank item there. The difference between Hodge and Striker, I'm pretty sure on Graves, Hodge is not even really better.
We're talking about QSS or Hodge?
Oh, sorry, QSS. Okay, QSS is better, but you would prefer to have a tank item here for sure.
Okay.
Because one more cast on Nunu equals you win the fight, probably.
Okay. Yeah, so here I got laser only for the last fight. Yeah, makes sense. So.
And then we're dead against this guy. Yeah.
I also didn't have a remover left, so maybe I lost some of those along the way.
Steadfast is good here.
Yeah, I took Steadfast, but it's
too well, maybe not too little, but it's too late. Yeah, it's too late.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Unfortunately, I don't think I have other past 9 spots.
Oh, good. That's fine. The concept comes up in level 8 as well. If you play any level 8 games, those are good to pull out. Especially level 8 games where you don't take econ. Might have to tell a different story for that one.
Okay. Can you see the TFT app, or did I stream the browser?
I'm seeing the browser.
Okay. Maybe there's the last one that I uploaded. Okay, yeah. We can take a look at this one. Do you want to look at 4-2 again first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I look at before you rolled?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, what do you think? This is good. What do you think is the problem with this spot?
What I think the problem is, I feel pretty poor.
Yeah. And let me tell you another story.
Okay.
The story is, if you play the game starting on 2-1, assuming it's like there's no like crazy econ opener, and you manage your gold completely perfectly on 4-2 level, assuming you don't take an econ augment and there's no econ god, you're going to end up on 4-2 on level 8 with 10 gold.
Okay.
And so if you're going to play level 8 comp, you're actually required to try to build up a range of 20 to 40 gold from other sources in the game. Playing a level 8 comp. If you don't have that, I would consider it nearly completely unviable to try to play towards level 8 comp. If you watch like the good pros play level 8 comps, they like look for like a good econ augment on 2-1 and 3-2, then they can comfortably play into the level 8 comp. Without that, it becomes very, very hard to play for the level 8 comp, just because if we start thinking about like gold and gold tempo in the same way that we did in the last game, right? It was like, remember in the other game, we're like 20 gold behind tempo. If you are on like being 20 to 30 to 40 gold ahead in gold tempo is very, very, very valuable in 4-cost comps, because 2-star 4-cost, each one of them are incredibly, incredibly, incredibly powerful, right? Okay. So, what you need to do is you need to like really think about the how like that, like the first 40 gold you get in addition to your baseline playing a level 8 comp are incredibly valuable for being able to save health, just because of how valuable these upgrades are. So the first thing, if I end up in this position, I will, no matter what happens on 4-2, I would already conclude that if I'm playing level 8 comp, I fucked up, right? And then what you'd want to do is you want to go backwards, and you want to see where should I have tried to get more money. So this is probably useful to like practice your own VOD review too. Take a look. Where could we have gotten more money? Or could we have angled something else? So the two questions you have to ask yourself.
Right, yeah. I'm a little uncomfortable with some of the reroll lines, so that's
fine.
Probably also
you can play level 8 dominant. That's chill, but you just have you gotta play it the right way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm but saying where my problem comes in with struggling with the 3 costs, especially. So okay. Yeah, I roll middle. Yeah, here I kind of already think about Zaya. With the both. I'm not sure how good tower is anymore, but yeah, no econ here. Then I think I play Primordial at some point.
Okay, so there, when you look at that, when you look at the spot that we looked at, okay, wait, go back a second. Go back go back a little bit. So I told you to go back starting from the end of the carousel. I think there were already there would be 2 decisions to review here. I'm trying to train you a little bit here. Yeah. So what are the major decisions that could have affected how much gold you have by 4-2? There's 2 of them.
The augments and the gods.
Yeah, the augment and the god. So you every time you like look at a decision, you want to you want to consider it, right? Do you think your augment choice was fine?
Yeah, like I don't know whether the tower is better, but otherwise, yeah, I was kind of happy
I think it's okay because like, what did you take the augment to try to do? What was the goal of taking the item augment on 2-1?
I mean, make a little bit of a stronger board. I know it's like kind of a scaling item thing, and
it's scaling. It's supposed to be good later. It helps now. It's pretty chill, right? And you won, which is good. All right, here.
Yeah. So here, my thinking was, I'm not gonna use the rolls very soon either way, since I'm going for level 8 comp. So I chose to take intervention.
Oh, you take divine. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Do you know how many of these? Do you know how many of these end up being gold?
Oh, I think it's I thought like 4 or 5 or so, or at least some gold or champions. Maybe.
You should consider it 3 out of 5. But yeah.
3 out of 5. Okay.
One of them gives 3 gold and 2 components.
Okay. Yeah, this doesn't count. Then 3-2. We have silver again. Yeah, there's no econ here. Yeah, don't like the auto ones that much, yeah.
All right, so here's where you rightfully conclude that the game did not offer us any econ on 2-1 or 3-2.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So
how about 4-2 then?
Okay. Yeah, let's here. This is not doesn't count as gold, hopefully. There's some gold.
We now have seen some gold, yeah.
Yeah. What would like invested? I kind of think
Invested
about
is
when
actually
skipping.
kind of chill here.
Okay, and then 4-5 it.
You would 4-5 it,
yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. With the divine intervention is probably kind of nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's. Well, you won't proc the divine intervention. You won't get it by then, but still, you just 4-5 anyways.
Right. Okay. But yeah, I can see it.
Yep, that's the right thing to do.
Yeah,
you want to take gold here.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm actually very poor. That's true. 20
you sell
gold.
A Jin? Or the Jin's later? Oh no, the Jin's later. Okay.
Oh, I no.
Yep, we need to take gold, and you need to recognize. That's it. If legit, if you recognize when you need to take gold, your like AVP should like super shoot up, especially playing level 8 or level 9 comps. Like if you just can figure out that like, oh, my board's gonna look like this, or like I'm gonna be short on gold, like it will be like a worlds of difference. I'll say.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's good and easy to diagnose.
Yep.
What went wrong here? Yeah, I think I went like 6 something. Yeah. Okay. Anything else you want to look at in this game?
Nope, not really.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if there's anything you're curious about, that's chill. But yeah, you just need more money.
Yeah, I mean, the more money is. I'm a little curious about the item distribution here, for example.
This is correct.
Okay, that's good.
It's correct because Maokai is your strongest tank. These are your best items on Maokai. You put the mana on dinner. Yep.
And yeah, also IE is still stronger, right, than the LW, even though.
Yeah, this is good.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Shall we take a look at a few other spots then of random games I played? Then I have to stream the other app. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a kind of a train wreck game, because here I was a little lost what to do. Let's go to 4-2.
Yep.
Sorry, this is different navigation than YouTube. I can't skip forward with it.
Why did you 4-1 it here?
I thought I use my free rolls to stabilize. You maybe high roll a Blitzcrank or a Graves or anything, and then sack the rest of the stage.
What would you say the primary goal of leveling and rolling here should generally be?
I want to win 4-1.
To win, right?
Yeah.
And then you would like hit something and then sack the rest of the stage? That just doesn't make sense, I think like that's like the problem is that like that's like a pretty bad deal. Because number one, you have so little gold, you're not getting that much stronger. Number two, this is so expensive. Right? Like I'm looking at this. What is your game plan here in terms of what comp you're playing?
Yeah, that's the problem. I didn't know what to play. I thought I can play some 5 Nova, but I felt like I wanted to go 9 at some point, but I'm not comfortable with 75 HP, 5 lossing. I feel like I'm dead, almost
Yeah,
dead then.
I think your analysis is right.
Mhm.
I think you should just play Darkstar Aesol here.
Okay. That's something I have not played. Yeah, that makes it's like 6 stacks. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's right here. This is like here's the thing, when you get confused, that's not a good reason to level and roll on 4-1. Like that this is like I don't know when you, unless you're on like full loss streak with a ridiculous amount of gold, like this 4-1 should never happen, I think.
Okay. That's fair.
Like if you like, you always want to play with like some logic of what you think is going to happen, right? And when like whenever you press the D key, your intention is to win, and hopefully you're trying to get a good deal out of like the number of times you roll and how much and how long you win for, right? Like this is like this is like a bad deal here.
It's a bad deal. Yeah.
When do you get these emblems? 2-1?
2-1, yeah.
Do you get a bunch of reforgers or something?
I got a bunch of reforgers, yeah. Like I could have, if I played Darkstar, I can reforge an over one a bunch of times. They felt. I'm not playing Darkstar at the moment. Yeah, I played Darkstar for most of the game and thought then maybe I'll reforge them when I know what my board will look like. But yeah.
I see. I'd say in general in 2-1, just pick something you're gonna play and roll with it based on your emblems. Like your emblems will almost always tell you what you're meant to play.
Okay. Yeah. Then those emblems were not clear to me what I'm supposed to play.
Oh,
with
it's just Darkstar.
I thought Darkstar and Sack Nova essentially, or play 2. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
You can sack Nova, or you can play Maokai 2 on the board as chill.
Maokai. Yeah, Maokai. I see. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Yeah. This is why I didn't pick out the game that the train wrecks are. Good thing that we can take some out of it.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, this was an interesting game to me. I mean, maybe you can see what the problem is for 2. Okay. Presumably before I roll again. Did I for 1 again? No. Yeah, sorry, the fast forward keys don't work for me here.
No, it's all good.
Do you know what the problem is here?
What?
Why the game? Nothing like straightforwardly wrong. Okay.
Okay. You own a ribbon? No.
I do not. I see that is part of the problem, yeah.
Okay, well, I can see the problem.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's slow.
What do you think the problem is? I see the problem.
Missing ribbon is a big problem.
I mean, that's not like what resource does that mean we're short on?
Damage.
No, what resource?
What resource? Gold.
Yeah, gold. We're short on gold. We should have got gold from somewhere. Can we have gold? Is there gold anywhere we could have gotten?
Is that too little gold? That I...
Yeah.
Like level 850?
Are you level 850?
Okay, not quite. Yeah, well, there's...
Also, I think Lotus is a much better augment than Chaos here. I think these offensive augments in this comp are actually like hella good.
Can you repeat that? They should be what?
I think Lotus is really good in Space Group.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. 46 gold.
Yeah. There's the Aesol, if I star up a champion, still coming that I think I counted that.
I mean, you know what else you're short on?
Yeah.
For having taken 2 augments that you're supposed to win with, you have a surprisingly low amount of HP.
Yeah.
So like,
that's fair enough.
could
So
we have gotten HP anywhere?
Probably could have played a stronger board at some point. I'm not.
Mm-hmm. Do you mind full screening it?
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something crazy. I think you should have leveled here.
That's not too crazy.
I think you should have played 2 Vanguard with the Nasus.
Mm-hmm.
And you would win that fight. And like, you're playing an augment that, like, here's the thing. It looks like there's like a little bit of incongruence. If you take, like, the point of taking item augments early is to win. So either you need to that's not to say you should always level, but you're gonna try to win at least some rounds, ideally on stage 2, if you take an item augment here. If you think your board was bad, which I think it kind of was in that spot, you're pretty happy to just take the gold. Like, unexpected is an econ augment. You just take it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have not clicked it much this set. I just saw the nerfs and got a little scared, but it's still good on those spots.
Yeah, it's still the right thing to do from this spot because like your board is just not very good right now. Like, it's a different story if you're sitting on Nasus to Leona, right?
Yeah.
But that's not what we're sitting on, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's a problem in this stage.
Yeah, it's like it's just set up to be weaker than it should be. Also, you definitely go back to. Oh wait, when did you make? Go to 2.5. When do these items get made? Oh, you made the void stuff? Okay, that makes sense. Okay, this looks all fine. The items look fine. It's like, I think one of the more important things for you to work on is, it's like, in your head, you want to have a running count of like the resources in the game that you're like looking for, right? Especially because you play level 8 a lot. Your checkbox in your head should go econ first. Econ is like, number 1, the most important resource, and number 2, kind of the hardest to acquire, because there's a few like tiers where there are very few good econ augments. So if you see like a good to great econ augment, you should definitely prioritize playing it because level 8 is your preference.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like, these item augments are like these, like, you know what these item augments are good for? This item augment, this one specifically, is good for playing like 2 cost reroll. Because it lets you itemize like 2 to 3 units by 3/2. And it's great for that. And then like, if we think about in terms of like efficiency, 2 cost reroll is very efficient with an augment like Buried Treasures, because you get the items, right? But your items are only as useful as the quality of your units and the quality of your board, right? So if I, on 3/2, after I've cashed out all the items, right, I roll for an optimized board and upgraded 2 costs, my board is super Thanos, right? And my board is like super strong and no one can beat me, right? But, and that's like a huge amount of value, because now the Buried Treasures bought me some wins on stage 2 and bought me a full win streak on stage 3, right? What does Buried Treasures buy you here? Not very much, right? Like, we're losing all the rounds, meaning that this isn't effectively helping us save HP, basically. You know what I mean? And it is true that like, it is. Here's the thing that you need to know. It is true that all the like in your head you're probably going like, oh yeah, but the items are useful later. It is true, but all augments or almost all augments are also useful later. It's a matter of how much, right? And the augments that are most useful later are number 1, econ to buy your board. Number 2, kind of items, but later you have less of an item need, right? Like it's really hard to have 2 full sets of items on 3-2. It's not very hard to have 2 full sets of items on 4-2, right? And that's kind of all you need at the very minimum playing a level 8 comp, right? Like a level 8 comp, you don't need to accelerate your items because you will have enough items naturally through the game for most comps, right? But what you do need to accelerate is you need to accelerate your gold because you will for sure be short on gold playing level 8. Whereas for 2 costs, it's kind of the reverse. You will for sure be short on items and you may or may not be short on gold because the boards are kind of cheap. You're allowed to roll to even like 20. That's a lot of gold to like hit good upgrades on your board. You can natural stuff, right? Like you're not gonna fucking natural your Corky board usually before 4-1, right? So you need gold to roll for it. But like if you've picked your spot well, playing a 2-cost reroll comp, you can have like your Jinx pair, your Pike pair, roll for the stuff, hit the board, and you're chilling, right? So the takeaway from that is like try like especially if you're like heavy level 8, acquire the resource that you need. And in your free time, or like if you're just like think about what the different augments are good for and what kinds of strategies they leverage, basically. Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Can we go over this spot now? Like what presumably 2-cost reroll line you're thinking of?
Oh, here's the problem. So you don't want to technically you can try to play it into Jinx. That'd be totally chill here. You would just actually try to play Jinx. The problem that makes the spot a lot worse is number 1, we had a rod and then we rolled into another rod. That's really bad because that component's really bad in this comp. Yeah, but it should just be Jinx Pike here.
It should be Jinx Pike, okay.
Or like if like generally buried treasures with the Jinx should be Jinx Pike. The rod, I guess you'll figure out how to kill double rod, I guess. You'll have to.
Okay.
You have to make like Crown Guard Ginsu here, probably.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Maybe we can take a quick look at my Jinx game of today.
Sure.
Of that spot. The end game is not that interesting, but you will find some incongruency again here with Fortune Strength. I don't know. Felt like the one to click.
No, this is
for
good.
A reroll.
Fortune Strength.
Yeah. But I kind of start winning at some point.
It's fine to win some rounds of Fortune Strength.
So yeah, I especially I got this Evelyn thing, which I know is good on Belveth, but
can you full screen there? Sorry, it's just like kind of small.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I can't. Oh, I do. I can score. Never mind. I thought I can't skip. Yeah. So let's look at 4-2. This is just a high roll spot. I suppose.
Can I see what your spot was before you took Commerce Score?
Yeah.
You definitely should not have taken Commerce Core here.
Okay.
The reason why is because it doesn't buy enough, in my opinion. So like let me tell you this, right? The easiest way I like to think about it is like the spot where this is like thinking about the spot where this is super useful, or like the maximally optimal spot to take it. And the spot is like you're like very strong playing 3-cost reroll, but you're short on gold, and like your health is kind of high. The 3 costs, they're a lot stronger than the 2 costs. Like 3-star 3-cost boards are like a clear weight tier above 2-star 3-cost boards, and you're kind of close, and you'll hit it anyways. In the other spot, they're gonna fucking die without hitting it if they don't have enough gold. Here, you're gonna have a bunch of gold left over, which means that like the power we're buying is lesser, and we're wasting some of the value as well.
Yeah.
So you really don't want to take it. What else is available here? What do I take? Roll,
items?
Insta roll egg. Can I see your item situation?
Yeah, sure. It's good enough.
Yeah, this is.
To see the items.
You ideally want a combat augment here.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think I had one available.
You see bronze for life. It's not. It's not bad.
Yeah,
it's perfectly takeable.
Okay.
Yeah, it's bronze
that
here.
I didn't know. Okay.
Are you going for this Briar 3?
I briefly set it off as soon as I need space.
Okay, that's correct. You're supposed to sell it.
Yeah. And yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's just bronze here. This comp can run 6 or 7 traits, actually.
Okay. Yeah, then this is where my ignorance comes in. I don't exactly know how that.
Yeah, it just it's like it should be pretty good here. Like this is to be clear, this is not a particularly powerful use of bronze, but it's more powerful than how you'd be able to use Commerce Core.
Okay.
Basically, yeah. Your units don't have any resist or damage amp here either. Yeah.
Yeah, the stats are good. I see that. I thought, my thinking was just it's too little traits that I play, but yeah.
Yeah, it's I mean, if you think that they're both too, you would want to recognize that the gold is also too little, or like it's not that it's too little. It's a lot of gold. It's too wasteful, right? The gold is too wasteful, and the kind of augment you want here is a combat augment. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Did you win that game anyways?
Oh yeah, I mean, hit a 3-star focus. So
yeah.
It's a little high roll at the end.
If that was your plan, that's actually acceptable. If that's specifically your plan, that I actually think that's fine.
Yeah.
Then it's not wasteful.
I didn't see the other vision.
Yeah, sure.
So that's what I had to go for.
Cool. Yeah. No, that's good. That's a good adaptation for sure. All right, cheers. So for you, I'd say over like the next little bit, really, really, like, especially when you're looking over your own games, look at it from a perspective of like, what if something starts looking bad on 4-2? You figure out, all right, what am I missing? There's a problem, right? And then there's like a bunch of different places where that can be the problem. But like health, usually you fucked up your early game. Gold, you probably picked the wrong augment somewhere, or like you messed it up on stage 2. Items, you need to take a different augment somewhere. Like those are the kinds of things that really allow you to like make the right big pivotal decisions throughout the game. Once you get those down, the rest flows pretty easily, I'd say.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. I'll take it with me.
All right, sounds good. All right, best of luck on the climb. Catch you around.
Thank you. See ya.
Bye. See ya.